Grace and peace to you. Welcome to Morning Watch. I'm Rob, one of the pastors here at White Plains. Glad to have you with us today on a Friday. Good morning, Faye. Getting the last of these long sleeve t-shirts in before the 90s come next week. Glad you're with us this morning. This is where we gather for a song and a thought for the day. So, glad you're here whenever you're watching. Thanks for liking and sharing and all of that good stuff. Well, let's begin our time together by going to God in prayer. Good morning, Kenna. All right. Good morning, Emma. Help me call a blessing down, for I think our poor old world needs it. A blessing of peace, a blessing of the ordinary, a blessing of national life without chaos and personal life without fear. Help me call a healing down, for I know how much we need it. A strengthening of the bonds between us, simple respect and patient listening, a new beginning for us all. Help me welcome the sacred down, the wide-winged spirit drawn from every corner of heaven, to walk among us once more, to show us again how it can be, when justice is the path and love the destination. Amen and amen. Good morning, Floretta. I'll say good morning to Kristen and the rest of your family as well. Hope all is well there. Thinking about y'all. All right, so every now and then I find a song that I've never done on Morning Watch before that I really like, and I'm pretty sure over the last 6 years that we've never done this one. John Yivasakar. The Vels, actually, it's YLV, so it's Livzakar? Livzakar? I don't know. Anyway, wrote it in 1985. I was there to hear your Morning Cry. We sing this a lot on graduation Sundays and things like that, but it's not just for speaking to a child, it's for speaking to anyone. And as God sees us all from the very beginning of our lives to the very end and beyond. And since today's theme in our book is about our commonality, how we're all the same, that's something that we all have in common. God's presence in our lives from before we even existed to after we're gone from this earth. So I was there to hear your Morning Cry. I was there to hear your morning cry. I'll be there when you are old. I rejoiced the day you were baptized to see your life unfold. I was there when you were but a child with a faith to suit you well. I'll be there in case you wonder and find where demons dwell. When you found the wonder of the word, I was there to cheer you on. You were raised to praise the living God, to whom you now belong. Should you find someone to share your time, and you join your hearts as one, I'll be there to make your verses rhyme from dusk till rising sun. In the middle ages of your life, not too old, no longer young, I'll be there to guide you through through the night, complete what I've begun. When the evening gently closes in, and you shut your weary eyes, I'll be there as I have always been, with just one more surprise. I was there to hear your morning cry. I'll be there when you are old. I rejoiced the day you were baptized to see your life unfold. There you go. Yeah, it's right here in the big old songbook too. So you would think we would have done that at one point in time over the years, but obviously not. At least not in my recollection. All right, so here we are on this last rung of the ladder to the light. It's transformation. Remember, we started out in the darkness, and we've gone all the way through the presence of the blessing of the Spirit, our awareness, our faith, our hope, our community, our understanding of community, the importance of truth, right? And here we are, being surrounded by light at the top of the ladder, deciding exactly how we're going to live in the light. Our prayer this morning, or one of our prayers this morning that Charleston writes is, "Rise up, faithful friends. Wake up, sleepers in the shadows. Wake up to see bright banners on your horizon. Wake up to see your redemption coming to you, the answer to so many of your prayers, the fulfillment of your dream from long ago. Rise up, faithful friends, to shout the good news to the morning sun. Justice has arrived at last. Mercy has returned. Love has won the day. Rise up, good people of many lands, for this is the moment of change, the time when hope starts to be real and truth begins to speak to every courageous heart. Wake up, rise up, and rejoice." A call to action on this in this Easter season, right? Charleston writes, "Long ago, my ancestors made a spiritual discovery. They learned how to live a spiritual way of life that allowed every individual the right to be who they were, while at the same time bonding them together into a powerful sense of community, individual freedom, and respect, communal identity, and action. The Native American experience is the experience of balance. It is a living example of how a diverse group of people can become a unified family. This offers hope to us in these troubled days, not as an escape into some mystical realm of shamans, but as a practical model for what we need to achieve if humanity is to live in peace and the earth is to be renewed. We need to achieve balance, the common sense spiritual equilibrium that allows people to celebrate a personal faith while living into a communal vision. Each rung on the ladder to the light can be experienced and interpreted by every person who climbs it. The important thing is that we climb it together, and that in doing so, we are moving in the same direction, toward peace and the preservation of our environment. Rather than standing in the darkness squabbling over our politics and our religion, we could be climbing together to find shared solutions. Native American tradition and history show us that it is not only possible, but relatively simple. It is as easy as saying a single invocation. I believe we are all the same. I believe we are all the same. Of course, I'm going to add an editorial from Rob Phillips here that means no denigrating someone just because they're different from you, right? If we're all the same, then you can't go about talking about any group of people for any reason collectively as somehow less than, inferior, marginalized, not entitled to the same basic human dignities as you would think that you're entitled to yourself, right? I mean, that's what I'm reading here. If I believe we are all the same, then I believe we're all children of God. I believe we all have the same basic human needs and rights. And it seems to me, I'm not a constitutional scholar or anything, but it seems to me that's the way this country was founded, on those ideas. We hold these truths to be self-evident, right? Okay. I'll back away from that for for just a little bit. His next little prayer here is called Season of Renewal. Awake, you winter sleepers, you tired and burdened believers, for this is the ancient season of renewal, this brightening time of green shoots and first flowers. This is the sign from deep within that life is never ended, that change is never complete, but forever making itself over, finding a fresh start. Life is rising out of the cold ground of the past to discover the sun waiting once again. A different way of being, but being all the same. Stronger for the struggle, more grateful for the warmth. Drinking in hope like rain. Rising up to be seen once more, joyful and refreshed. The child is of a sacred spring. The slumbering soul is brought back to life. The great promise of healing is fulfilled. Yeah, I didn't exactly plan out the timing of this book when I picked it, but I feel like it's gone pretty well with these words of spring and renewal right when we need them, right? Charleston writes, when I was a child, I was surrounded by many images of exclusion. Our town was segregated into a white section and a black section. The town had separate schools, separate churches, and even separate public toilets. Our town was also separated by religion. The Protestants were fiery evangelicals who said that they were the only path to salvation. Next door, the Catholics said the same thing, only a little more quietly. Even men and women were separated into their different roles and expected to stay there. Outside the town, Native American people practiced their own religion and never said anything for fear of reprisals. Although I was young, I could not help but see all these distinctions all around me. I was raised in them, but I never accepted them because they were blown away by a single storm. Oklahoma is part of Tornado Alley. Each year are seasons when thunderstorms turn deadly and great twisters snake out of the sky, roaring across the land with hurricane-force winds. But the winds are concentrated, pinpointed into a single funnel that can smash anything before them. They can kill in an instant. These storms don't care if you're black or white. They do not care which part of town you live in. They do not notice if you are Protestant or Catholic. And if you are in their path, you do not care either. Black or white, Protestant or Catholic, man or woman, you run for the same shelter. I wrote this book because we're facing a great storm. The Kiva is our shelter. It is for all of us because we are all the same. Amen and amen. Yeah, me too, Emma. Love these words. Thanks, Vernon. All right. Yeah. I mean, think about the storms that we've experienced here in this area. I never got to know my neighbors better than when Fran came through and trees blocked the road. We couldn't go anywhere. We didn't have any power. And so guess what? We all came out of our little houses and got to know each other, cooked for each other, used our chainsaws to cut up each other's trees and clear as much as we could, and waited, right? Because the storm didn't care who we were. Contrary to what you may have heard said, storms don't come and seek some community out or something like that because they've done something wrong. Doesn't work that way. We are all the same. All right. Thanks for being here, folks. It gives comfort to know that, at least for me, that you're not the only one that looks at the world and thinks these thoughts. And I'm grateful for Bishop Charleston saying some things far, far better than I could say them. I hope you'll get out there and enjoy this day. It's going to be a chilly at first, but a beautiful day. Great day to be out, meet somebody new, and experience the world. May you find peace and purpose in this day. And I'll look forward to seeing you again next Tuesday for another morning watch. And I'll see you in church on Sunday as we continue to celebrate this season of Easter, talking about Jesus speaking to the disciples after his resurrection, and just, the instructions that he gave him, the peace that he breathed on them. How can we live like they did then in the wonder of this season and the knowledge that Christ is risen indeed? All right. Thanks for being here, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you, Luke. Good to see you, buddy. All right. Take care.